In this lecture, we will discuss the relationship between marketing communications budget and sales. I believe it's important to understand this relationship because most of the time unrealistic assumptions are made on the effect of communications budget. There is no direct relationship between them. A brand's sales performance during a specific period of time is the consequence of multiple factors. These include the prevailing economic climate, competitive activity, and all the marketing mix variables used by the brand, such as its price level, product quality, distribution strategy, and so on. Marketing communications is just one of the many possible determinants of a brand's sales revenue. Additionally, objective of the marketing communications campaign influences the effect on sales. For instance, if the campaign is designed to increase brand awareness or to build brand image, its effect on sales will not be immediate. Actually, effect of the marketing communications campaigns on sales are usually not observed immediately. The bottom curve in this figure is indicative of the minimal early effect of marketing communications expenditures on sales. Consumers usually need to be exposed to the marketing message of a brand several times before they can actually become aware of the brand and establish a positive attitude and purchase intention for the product. There is usually a threshold point where communications begin to affect consumers' responses in a more positive direction. In other words, after this point, incremental effect of additional exposure to the marketing message is more positive on consumer behavior. For an innovative product, people may become aware of the product quicker and want to buy it immediately, so a threshold point might be at an earlier stage. So factors such as characteristics of the product being advertised, effectiveness of the advertisement itself, and involvement levels of the consumers for the product category may all influence when exactly the threshold effect will occur. After the threshold point, the incremental effect of every dollar spent on the sales of the product increases. At this stage, return of investment for our communications campaign is at the optimum level. Then we have another critical point when a promotional campaign has actually saturated the market. This point is called diminishing of returns. After this point, further advertisement have a minimal incremental effect on sales. Carryover effects also influence the relationship between the communications expenditures and sales. This effect refers to an ad's message being remembered or carried over to the time when the product is needed and when a consumer is actually considering to purchase. For example, we do not purchase a refrigerator right after we see an advertisement. But if the advertisement is effective, we will remember the brand when we actually need a refrigerator. So the effect of the current advertising expenditures will affect future sales. Repetition of an advertisement will help recall of the brand at the point of purchase until a specific point. After the promotion campaign has actually saturated, if we continue to advertise, wear-out effects start to occur. This means that ad or message becomes old and consumers no longer pay attention to it. Consumers even tend to ignore the ad and just tune it out. Additional advertising after this point might even have negative effects on consumers, so we need to stop. Even after we quit advertising, due to the carryover effect, consumers will continue to recall and recognize the brand for a while. Then the brand name will begin to fade in consumers' memories and decay effect will occur. So after a break, it's important to remind the consumers about the brand again. Depending on the characteristics of the product and the success of the advertisement campaign, sometimes carryover effects might be stronger and more time is needed for the brand to drop out of the consumer's consciousness. In this lecture, we elaborated on the fact that we should not expect a direct relationship between the marketing communications budget and sales. Knowing these effects will prevent us from making the mistake of putting sales as the key success factor of marketing communications.